Hello there folks, and welcome back to the vlog. I will admit it has been a little while. Nothing much has changed and I haven't really picked up the camera. We've just been sort of daily checking on the animals and stuff, which is what we're going to do now. So I can take you along for a quick check-up on everything. Like I said, not much has changed other than the field that we made down there. How are the chickens doing? Yep, they're all okay. Quite happy in there. Quite a big area, really. Well, they're fine. They're all happy. Right, and let's go and check on the... Oh, he's a happy sod. Look at him. Jumping up and down. I think actually they could do with a new bale today, so probably what we're going to do first thing this morning is give them a new bale. Yep, they're all looking happy. Very happy. How's their trough? Yeah, they could do with a little bit of a top-up. So we'll stick a new bale in there. Yep, they're all good. Now, how's their water? That's another thing. How's their water? Just quickly hop over the fence. Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, they could do with a bit of a top-up, though, eating happily. Right. Okay, so we're going to give them a bale. Close that so they don't escape. I know what sheep are like. I have been looking online at a sort of lean-to thing. But I think, having a discussion with Sarah, I think what we're going to do is actually build a proper pen. Or build. You can buy flat pack ones, really, from specialist shops. They are a little bit expensive. But it's basically just a shed, like a large wooden shed that you would have in your garden for your garden tools and stuff like that. It's just basically a big one of those with a hollow space where you can put some straw and stuff like that. So that's probably what we're going to do. We do have a little bit of time though, so we don't need to get that done just yet. The field down there is still okay, nothing ready to plant, but we are coming up to planting season. I have been looking at planters. They're, again, second hand from Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. They're a little bit expensive, but nothing major. Right, what we need to do is move my truck, which I left here yesterday by mistake. So we'll just put this over here. We can might as well just put it in here, really. Get it out of the way for now. There we go. That'll do. Bit close to the old posts there, but that will do, I suppose. Right, let's get the old beastie girl out. There she is. She's still got the bale spikes on. Haven't really used her in a little while, actually. She's been sitting in here undercover, keeping dry. But today's the day, again. Yeah, haven't really used this one much either, but, you know, we're only small for now. Once we start really getting things going, then we'll be using this a lot more. Right. Let's get that started. Is the gate open? Go and open the gate as well. Yeah, we'll give one of each, just to top them up a bit. Here we go. And the other ones are over here. Yeah, this needs cutting again. Look at this. I'm going to have to run the lawnmower over this. All these weeds everywhere. I really need to order some more of that. Right. Here we go. We should also put the weight on as well, really, if we're going to be picking up bales. Because I don't want to tip over. Although it'd make for a good vlog if we tip the tractor over. That would make for a really good vlog, but yeah, I'd rather not do that, if I'm honest. I have seen some of those what do you call it, tractor fail videos, and they look very expensive, I have to say. Right, that's all on. Yep. Right, let's go and get a bale then, shall we? Or 2 bales, rather. And feed some sheepses. Yeah, like I said, I have been looking at those lean-tos, but I think it's best if we actually get a proper sheep pen, as it were. I should be able to grab this one just here. There we go. Nice and easy. Which is what we like. There we go. Yeah, I do need to order some more of this gravel. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and put a few orders in and get this done with finally. Because it just makes the place look horrible, really. It just doesn't look very clean. So, need to get rid of that. Look, they're all waiting patiently. Try not to knock the fence over. Here we go. Drop that there. Go and get the other one. Just so they've got something to nibble on. I mean, they have got food. I have been keeping an eye on them every day, but, you know, don't want them to go hungry now, do we? That wouldn't be very nice. That wouldn't be very nice at all. Yeah, this is where it's really weedy and horrible. And very bouncy. Right, we'll grab this one. Nice and close. There we go. Got you. Yeah, just that little bit needs cleaning up, really, and then it will be done, and it will make the whole place feel much cleaner and much nicer, and it won't be so dirty around that side. Lift that up a bit. Right, there you go, sheepsies. Enjoy your breakfast. Try not to hit the fence. There we go. Nice. Right. Although, we do actually need to cut the twine off, because we don't want them eating that, do we? And that would cause all sorts of problems. One thing when I was reading about, you know, like farming and homesteading and stuff like that, you have to make sure you pick up the rubbish and stuff. Oh, sorry, love. Because, yeah, they do like to eat everything. And if all of this twine netting gets in there, then Yeah, that's not good at all. Oh, there we go. Cut that open and spread it out for them. Got all that trailbine. No, not trailbine. You know what I mean. All that stuff in my pocket, so they're not going to eat it. Right. On to job number 2. So, over the last few days, Sarah and I have been busy. Quite busy, actually, in the vegetable garden. And to our amazement, as beginner vegetable growers, we've actually made quite a lot. I think we may have gone a bit over the top for just 2 of us. Actually, what am I doing? No. I need to go backwards because I need the other things. So, let me show you what I mean. But first of all, let me just drop these bale forks off because I don't need these. I need pallet forks. So let's put these on their little shelf where they belong. Detach them and pick up these ones, which are luckily just in front of us here. And there we go. Getting better at it. Getting a lot better. Oh, the other thing I need to do is go and close that gate. We'll do that as well. First rule of farming, always close the gate. Yeah, this one. Just close this off. Right. So, like I was saying, Sarah and I have been very busy harvesting our veg. And we've actually got rather a lot. We managed to... we went to the local supermarket and we just basically asked for a load of boxes. Look at all this. This is ridiculous. We're never going to eat all this lettuce. And it's the same for the green beans. I mean, obviously we're going to keep some of them for ourselves. That's the whole point. We want to be able to produce and grow our own stuff. But some of these we can sell. So we need to pull them out. We've just piled them up. They need pulling out and washing and stuff like that. So I think... where's the best place to put them? I think probably in here for now, actually. Yeah. I think probably just in here for now. They're under cover there. We just need to pull them out, really. And then we need to go through them and decide which ones we want to keep and which ones we're going to sell. Because the thing about, you know, lettuce and stuff like that is it's not going to last very long if it's not stored properly. And seeing as we don't have a proper refrigerator facility, they're just going to go bad and go to waste. Right, what I do need to do... yeah, they need closing. Yeah, that should do it. Now this is where it gets tricky. Because I can't see the tines. So you kind of have to judge it, I guess, and then jump out, have a look. Okay, we're way too high. Yeah, this is where it gets tricky using the old pallet forks. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Spot on. There we go. Right, I I do not want these to fall into the mud, so we need to be a little bit careful. Take it slow and steady. But yeah, some of these, like I said, I'm going to go around... Well, I said this a long time ago. I'm going to go around to the local pub and see if they want some, maybe. Try and sell some off, you know, get a few bob here and there. Every little helps, really. Especially in today's climate. Right. Drop you down. There we go. 1 pallet of lettuce. Get close to the door there. But yeah, this is what we wanted, really. We've certainly got enough lettuce to last us a little while. I think by the time we've eaten all of this, we'll be sick of lettuce. But that's why we're not eating all of it. That's why we are not eating all of it. There we go, there's another one. Yeah, it can be a bit difficult without someone there looking where your tines are. I mean, forklift is different because you can actually see there's no sort of engine in the way, so you can see exactly where your tines are. I used to have a forklift license back in the day, so kind of used to it. But yeah, it's a bit difficult with this. Maybe I should have used the little one, actually. Not this one. That would have probably made it a bit easier. Having said that, this one is very much so stuck. There we go. Right, we'll just push that up to that one. Yeah, nice. Yeah, we were surprised when we started going through all of this and pulling it out. We spent basically most of last week going through here and doing de-weeding and stuff like that. That's the only problem with the vegetable garden, is it does take quite a bit of time. So if you are planning your own vegetable garden, obviously it doesn't have to be on the same scale as this. Just beware that it does take a little bit of time. Or a little bit. You need time, because you have to de-weed it, stay on top of it, make sure there's no bugs or anything in there. Chop you down. There we go. Yeah, in hindsight, it would have been better with the John Deere, not with the big one. Because it's only lettuce, they're not very heavy, so I wouldn't have to worry about that, would I? Whoopsie daisy. Oh, not in line on that one. Oh, the other ones I did so well. And now this one. There we go. Yeah, also, I'm very close to the fence here. Don't want to ruin that, because that did take a little while to build, and I'm quite proud of myself for building that, so... Potatoes are not ready yet. Potatoes won't be ready for a while. They take a long time, potatoes. But yeah, at least this will give us a little bit of income, which is something we haven't had in a little while, so it will be very nice to see. Oh, this one's got stuck. Have I jammed it into the wood or something? There we go. A bit stuck on the old pallet forks. Yeah, I must remember for the future. Vegetable garden. I should use the other one. In fact, you know what? I will actually go and change it. Because I'm making a mess of the ground here as well, so... with this heavy one, so... I will actually go and change over. Plus it will give that one a little bit of a run. Right, we need to drop these off again. That's nice and easy. It's just a clip-on, clip-off job. We'll leave it out for now. There we go. Right, let's go and get the other one. Be a lot easier to manage. Here she is. Oh, I do need to take the bucket off though. There we go. Drop that off. Although, having said that, you still can't actually see the pallet forks, can you? But it won't be so heavy. On the mud, I mean. So... hopefully... there we go. Yeah, still can't really see them. But I'm not buying a forklift. Because we don't need it. Oh, bumpy, bumpy. Oh, yeah, I really need to sort that. Maybe let's try and get it from the other way. Because I've made a rut now there. With, yeah, look at that. With the tractor. That wasn't good. Well, this is a learning curve, so we are trying to learn as we go along. Yeah, and I also need to get more bark as well. Oh wow, that is muddy. Oh no, 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 I can't get that. I think I'm gonna have to pull that out. Hang on. Yeah, look at that. Jesus. I think I'm just gonna have to pull this onto some harder ground. Here we go. Then we'll get the other one as well. Oh dear, yeah, I did make a mess there. Luckily this isn't too heavy. Although pushing it may not be the best thing. There we go. But at least I shouldn't make a mess of that. You know, even still, it's a bit tight with all of this stuff here. There we go. Yeah, hopefully this will be a bit firmer ground, not so wet here. I'm going to have to fill that in somehow now. Made a big hole. Right, see if we can get this one. I mean, I suppose I could just... oh, a bit too high. There we go. And I need to do something with this area as well. I don't know what to do here. Maybe you guys let me know. What should we do with this little patch here? What can we put here? I mean, obviously we need some sort of solid ground to be able to get in and out with the machines and stuff like that. And, on foot. So we don't always have muddy feet. But what can I put here? I've got potatoes here. We got the greenhouses here. This bloody stuff is really bad here. That's why I used the big one, I think. It's just got more power to get out of these ruts here. Yeah, I'm going to put an order in tonight for some 2 loads of gravel and get as much of that as done as I can, I think. That'll be the best thing. Because I'm fed up of making holes everywhere, if I'm honest. There we go. Yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think we should put here? Should we just turn it into grass, or... I don't know. Because we do have potatoes there. I mean, obviously, like I said, it needs to be something that we can walk and drive on. But I don't know what to put there, really. I'm honest. Right, let's just push that one up a bit. There we go. And there we have it. Some lettuce. Yeah, so Sarah and I will go through all of these and clean them, wash them, keep the ones we want to keep. Don't know, can you freeze lettuce? I don't know if that's a good thing to do or not, actually. Yeah, this all needs cutting down as well. That's all just awful. That is. And we got 2 boxes of green beans as well, which is nice. But here we've got a bit more space to play with. There we go. Oh, didn't really line up well on there, did I? Oh, look at that. First time. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Maybe we should put some kind of shed here for storing bales, like just a basic roof structure thing, you know, just for storing bales or something to get them out of here, because obviously we can't have that in there when, if and when we get cows. But don't know when that will be. So maybe we should just put like a a concrete pad here and a roof just to put bales underneath. You know, it can come up to here. It can sort of be, you know, pretty much all the way up to the gate, really. It could be quite a large thing. Maybe we should do that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, what we should do here. Because right now this is just a mud squire. Really. That's about it. I'm surprised there still isn't anybody in that field, you know. Really odd that there isn't anybody there. Oh, wow. Okay. 2 times in a row. Or 2nd time in a row. Maybe I'm getting good at this. Maybe I've missed my calling. Maybe I should have been a forklift driver. It's funny. I found out when I was doing my forklift course that if you've ever seen a port, a ship port, those massive cranes, it is actually a crane on wheels that pick up the containers off of the ship and then put them, you know, on the side and then onto the lorry and stuff like that. They are actually classed as a forklift. And you have to do a forklift of that size license for them. I always thought they were a crane, but they're not. They're actually classed as a forklift. There's a little fun fact if you didn't know that. And, I mean, this was years ago now, but back then, being one of those operators, a forklift operator. Oh yeah, see, no, not third time lucky. It was very good money back then. I'm talking very good money, because it was quite a dangerous job, apparently. Quite high up. Obviously, you're dealing with, you know, potentially precious cargo as well. So you have to be quite skilled in that area. But, yeah, I was just as shocked as you are now, learning that that was a forklift license. Right. There we go. That's all inside and undercover. I just need to ring the local pub. Oh, I trapped myself in now. That was a bit silly. The local pub and the local restaurant. The local pub's just around the road. Around the corner. And the local restaurant is... well, there's a restaurant at the garden centre. They might want some, actually. They might want some. But yeah, I need to finish off on this yard. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and spend the money. Sarah's not going to like it, but it needs to be done. It definitely needs to be done. Really. Right. Gave that a nice little jaunt. Yeah, like I said, not much has been happening, really. Nothing's really growing apart from the veg. We'll just take a quick wander down. I said in the previous one that I do have the planning permission now, but I still need to go and get myself a chainsaw and some stuff to cut that out. Cut this out here. Grass is growing. It could probably do with some poop on it, actually. I might speak to Mick. See if we can borrow his slurry trailer again. Spray some stuff on here, get it growing. That would be a good thing. Yeah, this is still the same. Nothing here. All ready to take its whatever. I did actually think about extending it to where that hedgerow is there. Look. Oops, went a bit too far. Ooh. Yeah, I did think about extending it to here. Because, I don't know. I think for straw that's quite small. Don't you think that's a bit small? I mean, yes, obviously we're going to get the wheat seeds and we can make our own bread and flour, but I'm also thinking about straw. And I think that might just be a bit too small. I think we may only get, like, you know, 4 or 5 bales, if that, maybe, out of it. So I was thinking maybe expanding it to here. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really amazed that I haven't seen anybody in these fields. It's been... well, it's close to a year now, and not a single person has been here. I might try and phone the council. See, there's also a gate there. Yeah, look, see? There is a fence post there. Can we squeeze through? Oh, there you go. I mean, it certainly has been neglected. But yeah, there's a gate here, look. But I just don't know. I haven't seen anyone. I might try and ring the council and see if I can find out who owns this land. And maybe contact them. Because, you know, if they're not going to do anything with it, we could use this. Thinking about it now. All right, now I'm really got my thinking cap on. If no one's using this, then, you know, we could put our own stuff in here. We could either turn it into a massive pasture for cows and get lots of cows, although that barn won't accommodate lots of cows. Obviously, I'm thinking way in the future. Or we could put, you know, our own cereal crop in here and just sell it. Or potatoes or whatever we want, really. But this is a proper, let's call it a proper field, shall we? For stuff. Yeah, I might do that. I might contact them, see who owns it. Whoops. Might contact them and see who owns it. So yeah, let me know what we should do with this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments what we should do with this patch here, because I mean, obviously the potatoes won't be here next year, because the one thing I do know and did read is that you can't plant potatoes in the same place twice, because they get root rot. I think it's called root rot or something like that. So they're going to have to be moved somewhere else. You can alternate, you know, 1 year here, 1 year there, then the next year here, but they need a year's gap between being in the same place. So we won't be putting potatoes here next year. So again, this is quite a big area. Should we, like I said, put a plinth here and put it for bale storage? And then, I don't know, maybe something else here? I honestly have no idea what we should do with this patch at all. So let me know. Let me know that in the comments. And then also let me know what we should, if I should extend our little bit of field that we made down there for the wheat or the barley. If we should extend it just that little bit extra, just to give it a bit more room, or to get a bit more straw off of it, basically. That's what we want to try and achieve here. Right, so I think I'm going to go and get some lunch. I'm also going to go and right away now, whilst it's on the top of my brain, go and order, what, 2? I don't think 2's going to complete it, but yeah, because we still got to finish off this. So I'm going to go and order two loads of gravel. That's going to be another nasty bite to my wallet, unfortunately. I'll go and order that. And yeah, do let me know in the comments what, about those 2 things. And yeah, again, do all that YouTubey stuff. Like I said, we always appreciate all the comments and stuff. We do read them, we do enjoy them, and I do try to reply to them. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that jazz. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.